This is my second response concerning feedback. Cheryl, on your video, you mentioned about the critical friends. I think that's a great idea, and I wish we did more of that. As far as where the problem is, I think the problem has come is part of the educational system itself. And I'm sorry if I'm stepping on toes here, but I think the system is set up in a way that we don't want a lot of feedback most of the time. Keely mentioned that in her response also. We like to be told, okay, you're doing okay. Watch me once a year, do my observation, give me a good rating, and then leave me alone. Unfortunately, we end up with these little fiefdoms where everyone's in their own little world and they don't want to be bothered by other people. Um, and because of that, we've had a lot of negativity in the public because I'll take Pennsylvania for example. It was just pointed out in the past year that 98% of the teachers evaluated observation wise received satisfactory ratings. And the public says that means we must have the best teachers in the country in Pennsylvania because of all those satisfactory ratings. So the public is asking for more accountability, which adds more pressure to the teachers and the feedback situation. Um, I don't know if you're aware, but Pennsylvania now is going to a new observation style, and part of that style involves student feedback as well as student performance. Um, I know this is going to really cause ripples in the teaching area because the last thing some of the staff wants would be student feedback. Because if the student doesn't like them, they're not going to get a very good rating. Now, I don't think a lot of weight will be put onto that fact. I don't think that there will be a lot of weight put on the student feedback, but nevertheless, it's still going to be part of the new evaluation system. Uh, Maybe unions have a part in this also. We fight to keep the jobs, and we want good evaluations. How do you determine if there's a need to be furloughs, which happened this year? Who goes? How's it determined? Is it based upon the observations? I think more we think of feedback as in it's going to be negative. Very rarely do we hear about positive feedback. And that's another qualm that teachers have because, well, if you're in my room, there must be something wrong. Because most of us, if we see an administrator more than once a year, twice if we're not tenured, it means something's going on, and we wonder what's going on, what's wrong. Um, so I know I'm rambling a bit here, but I think that plays a part into it. If there was a setup with the critical friends, as you mentioned, where we could have positive feedback as well as critical, constructive feedback, I think that would be ideal. The problem there is going to be getting teachers to buy into it. Um, and there is a fear. The fear is I'm not doing the job that I need to be doing, and I don't need other people to be telling me that. But on the other side of that, how am I going to get positive, critical, constructive feedback if I don't ask for it? Um, my blended classroom. How am I going to change that fear? Um, I think I have to teach students how to be constructive, critical friends. That they need to understand that being a friend does not mean I'm going to give positive feedback to my fellow classmates. Critical friends means that if you're not doing something up to what we think should be done, we're going to tell you that. That's being a critical friend. I don't think the students in the middle school level necessarily understand that concept of a critical friend is someone who's going to tell you what you may not want to hear, but it's necessary in order for you to be a better group partner, a better student, a better learner. And then we need to do that with the faculty. We need to get the faculty together to be critical but in a constructive way, that they can hear what they need to hear on how to be a better educator, a better teacher, and a better learner. Because even though we're the educators, we are still learners as well as being educators. I hope my rambling makes sense. If not, feel free to give me the feedback and I will add more to it. Thank you for listening.